Hey y'all, it's Benji. I'm here with Fiona. Today, we're going to show you how to make the best crab and corn chowder you've ever had. So stick around. Now, if you're going to make the best crab and corn chowder in the world, you're not going to make it with canned crab meat. So what we're doing now is we're heading down to the coast. We're going to catch us some crabs, and we'll be back in a minute. You excited, Fiona?
Yeah.
And here we have our baited line. Well, eventually I'll get video of us actually catching one. Here we go. That's a blue crab.
Get in here. He's mean. Not nice. I can't get it in. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
I know, I see. Can't tell if he's in or out of the net. He's in the net. I see what happened with him. No!
I'll get him.
No.
How many did we lose?
Every one of them. We got lost 3 or 4. That's okay. We'll get more. Just knocked the bucket over. I lost all of them except for this one. That's how she goes. We're putting more back on the board.
Huh? Bye,
Go,
buddy.
little guy. All right, that was fun. We got our crabs. Now we're heading home to show you how to make that soup or chowder, whatever you want to call it. I'm afraid you'll see me if I open the door. You lucky little crab. Turtle alert, turtle alert. Go on, little guy, you're fine.
He's got algae growing on his back.
Yep. All right, let's let him go. how you clean a crab. You find his tail. Use something to pick it up with. Fold the tail back, break it off. He's been on ice, but he's not quite dead yet, so he's slowly trying to pinch me. It's hilarious. Once you've broken that tail off, it creates a little hole right there. You stick your finger in it, and you just pull the top shell off. Once you've got that top shell off, you grab a hold of his little, I call them his teeth or his jaws, I don't know what these are, and just break them loose, pull up, and you get a big chunk of guts out. Then you've got this stuff right here. They're just attached at the bottom, so I just scrape across it with my fingernail. That's one side. There's the other side. Then you take a water hose and you spray out the middle. Now you can do this before or after you cook them, but I have found it just makes things cleaner and easier if you go ahead and do that before you cook them. So we'll let that come back up to a boil, and we'll let these go for 20 minutes since I had them on ice. If they were alive, I'd only go about 15. All done. Now starts the really fun part. We get to pick the meat out of these crabs. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I am no expert on that. So I'm not even gonna attempt to show you how to do that. I'm just gonna skip over that to the next part. All right, time to start preparing a soup. We start with 2 yellow bell peppers, a big sweet yellow onion, and some garlic. All right, now we've got all that chopped up. We just need to get it coated in some avocado oil, and we need to put it on a baking sheet. And it's a good idea to line that baking sheet with some tin foil because we're gonna be making a mess. All right, we got the oven preheated to 450 degrees. While we're waiting on those vegetables to brown, we'll get to working on this sausage. We got 2 lengths of smoked sausage here. Now we need to cut them in length long ways into quarters and then dice them up into small pieces. All right, we're gonna add a little oil to the bottom of a pot and we're gonna brown this sausage. Those peppers are definitely smelling about ready. Oh yeah. That's what we want right there. Add a little bit of milk. If you ask me how much, about that much. All right, that looks about right. We take the bell pepper, onion, milk puree, add it to the sausage. A little bit of salt. Well, a lot of salt. Time to add the frozen creamed yellow corn. All right, it's been simmering about 15 minutes or so. Texture's looking just right. Time to add the crab meat. Now, if you're looking at this thinking, that looks like more than a dozen crabs, you'd be right. This is 2 days worth of crabs. That's about 30 crabs. All right, now that the crab's in there, you don't want to cook it much anymore. If you keep cooking it, that crab will all just turn to mush and it'll totally mess up your texture. So we're gonna let it come back up to a little bit of a simmer, and I'm just gonna turn the heat off and put the lid on it until it's time to serve it. Time to enjoy. There we go. All right, if you think that chowder looks good, subscribe to my channel. I got a lot more recipe. Redbellies and River Rats. We do a lot of camping videos, kayaking, fishing, all kinds of adventures. You've just seen a video from Redbellies and River Rats. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. We're going to be putting out videos on an irregular schedule for a while, so you might want to hit that notification bell to avoid missing the next one. Thanks for watching.
Hit the trail so bright with the sun on our faces, everything feels right. Pitching our tents under the stars, the campfire burning bright. We're singing and laughing, having the time of our lives. River rats and redbellies, we're living life so free, exploring the wilderness where we're meant to be. With our paddles in hand, we navigate the streets, campfire stories and moonlit dreams.